And tonight from Fenway, the Red Sox open up a 4-game series with the Baltimore Orioles. It's back inside the American League East as the Sox go for win number 30, and David Price has the baseball. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us. A nice night for a ball game. I'm Dave O'Brien, delighted to be joined by the Hall of Famer, Mr. Dennis Eckersley. Karen Austin joining us tonight as well. And David Price with the baseball indeed. His second start since the diagnosis on the pitching hand. Pitched pretty well in Toronto last time out.
He really did. Everybody holding their breath, you think about it, because he misses a start against the Yankees, and nobody does that. And you're thinking, this is serious. But he took the ball in Toronto, and he really didn't skip a beat. He went out there, punched out 6 guys, got the game into the 6th inning, but good velocity, used his fastball a lot, his cutter as usual, in and out, control pretty good, and he mixed in a few breaking balls, which we haven't seen a lot of curveballs from him, but he looked like himself. He went deep enough into that game. All seems well, but this is one of the most important guys on this club without a doubt, and if he could pitch like David Price is supposed to pitch, this is going to be a special club. Without him, it's a different club.
Yeah. Hit 95 in that start. Very good sign. Loves that mound in Toronto. He talked about that. Also really likes to face the Baltimore Orioles. Great sign for the Boston Red Sox, and Mookie Betts in the lineup tonight. This was a scary play last night. Up against the wall on a late inning home run, and we didn't know if he'd be able to continue, but he's in there tonight. He is ready to go. Red Sox and the Orioles coming your way in a moment. Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By your local New England Ford dealers. And by Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Red Sox and the Orioles are in last place in the division. They're having a very, very tough season so far. Red Sox going for that 30th win. Time to bring in Karen Austin from field level. Karen, great to see you. And great to see Mookie Betts back in tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Dave. I actually talked to him earlier in the clubhouse, and he said he feels great. He said he didn't have any swelling or soreness when he woke up this morning. And joining him in the outfield tonight, Jackie Bradley Jr. In his pregame press conference, Alex Cora talked about the work he's been putting in and the progress that he's making.
It's not easy because I know people expect results right away. I think he had a good game in Toronto, 1 for 3 with a walk. He saw the ball a lot better, so we'll play him out there and go for it. It's one of those that you go for 4, hit 4-line drives, and people think you're still in a slump. You go 4 for 4, and these 3 jam shots and a bunt single, and he's back. It's just about the process and the way he sees the ball and the quality of the bat. So I do feel he's in a better position, athletic-wise in the batter's box. So hopefully it translates during the game.
And Sandy Leon will be catching David Price tonight. Cora said that they feel comfortable with that and that they expect him to call a great game. Price will be on the mound when we return, as well as Kevin Gossman, Dennis Eckersley, and Dave O'Brien have the call coming up.
Experts you can trust. The all-new Subaru Ascent featuring all-wheel drive and 3 rows of seats. Love is now bigger than ever this spring. By Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. It's just gotten nicer and nicer throughout the afternoon. Now into the evening. Temperature will be in the low to mid 70s as we get underway. And we're seeing plenty of breaks in the clouds above. Very, very pleasant night as the Red Sox are getting ready to host the Baltimore Orioles. Last time they met back in April, the Red Sox swept. It was a 3-game sweep scheduled for 4. The last one was Patriots Day, was rained out and rescheduled for tonight. So a lot of conversation around the Orioles about the general manager Dan Duquette, the manager Buck Showalter. Heck, they are in the last years of their contracts, both of them at the same time. Many believe they're going to have to rebuild. They have a lot of key pieces who are going to go free agent very soon.
What a mess. I mean, I've never seen like that, especially with Buck, you know, Showalter. He's been there. He's had a lot of success in Baltimore. He turned that place all the way around, didn't he? A different culture. Had a lot of success there, and now it's a mess. It really is, and it's something that you can't change in a matter of a year or two. This is a big problem, and for the Red Sox, they just have to take advantage of it. This club is scuffling. They're scuffling on the road. You know, they can be pitched to. It's a home run hitting team, but you got to watch out. You can't take them for granted.
As you say, 12 consecutive road losses. They haven't won on the road since April 8th against the Yankees. David Price leading the Red Sox out here tonight, 3-4 with a 4.89 ERA and a lot of good outings in his career against Baltimore. Here's a look at their starting lineup tonight. It'll be Trey Mancini at the top. He's in left field. Adam Jones in center. Manny Machado has hit as many home runs as Mookie Betts has. He has 13. Scope at second base with Davis at first. He's having a miserable year. Trumbo is the DH with Danny Valencia at third. Joey Rickert in right field. And Andrew Susak just called up from the minor leagues. A bit of a surprise for many with the Orioles. He's doing the catching tonight. Red Sox starter presented by New England Audi dealers. That is David Price, and he came back from that diagnosis of the mild carpal tunnel syndrome to win at Toronto last time out.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They're 5th in the American League with 21 errors in 43 games. Around the infield, Devers at third, Xander Bogaerts second, Brock Holt at second, and Hanley Ramirez at first. Around the outfield, you have Benintendi in left, Bradley Jr. in center, Mookie Betts in right. Behind the plate, Sandy Leone catching David Price.
Umpires tonight are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Tony Randazzo has the plate. Lance Barrett's at first. Bill Welke at second. Nick Lentz, the young umpire, at third base. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit comparatotoyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. And the weather is really nice. 73 degrees right now. It says mostly cloudy, but plenty of breaks up there. No threat of rain. The weekend might be a different deal, but right now, very, very nice for baseball. And Price set to go. 12-5 lifetime against Baltimore. Ball one, and we're underway. Mancini 271 with 6 home runs. This guy's been tough against the Red Sox. He's hit safely in 14 consecutive games against Boston.
Kind of came out of nowhere last year, with third in the voting for Rookie of the Year. He had a beautiful year for them.
Adam Jones on deck, and that one knocked foul.
See early on David Price attacking the strike zone. As far as velocity is concerned this year, you're seeing a 94 out of David Price. You don't see the 97s, 98s anymore from Price. Little cross seamer late.
1-2. Couldn't put him away right away.
What we did see last time out was some curveballs, which I think he definitely has to mix it in. he becomes really everything hard fastball, hard cutter, in and out, tries to paint all the time.
2-2 to Mancini.
Oh,
94, but he missed with that. Count 3-2.
boy, that looked good. Boy, he's not afraid to rush that fastball in on right-handed hitters. Looks like a slider inside here.
On the full count to the leadoff hitter. Well, in that start at Toronto, he touched 95 on a couple of occasions. 5 1/3, 2 runs. He struck out half a dozen men.
He hasn't had the greatest of control this year. Guy takes a lot of pride in not walking guys.
Well, true of a bunch of the Red Sox pitchers, including the guy we saw last night, of course, in Chris Sale. And down goes Mancini on a fastball. He punches out, 1 away.
Boy, he threw this fastball like it was 100 miles an hour. Look at this swing by Mancini. That ball is in the glove. Just an ugly, got tied up. You never see him swing like that. He didn't know what to do with that in high velocity. David looks like he's feeling good tonight.
That one popped the mitt. Here's Jones now. 259, 7 home runs for Adam Jones, center fielder. Currently on an 11-game hitting streak. And actually, a number of the Orioles, despite the wins and losses, they're swinging it well. That one tagged to right. Betts on the run. Back to the track. He's got it. So a line shot for an out by Jones. 2 up and 2 down.
Boy, thank goodness you're not in Yankee Stadium. This ball's in the seats. He's late on a fastball, but he stings it. Mookie's got more than enough time and more than enough room to take that in.
Well, it was one of the scarier moments of the season last night for the Red Sox, wasn't it, when Mookie went back to the track on the late inning home run and jammed that foot up against the wall, the bullpen fence.
First of all, I thought he caught it, because he would have caught it if he didn't get, you know, kind of fouled up there with his foot.
Yeah.
And then I was hoping he wasn't hurt.
He was able to get through the rest of the night. Said he felt fine this morning. Here's Machado now.
He goes back on this ball. It's a good swing there by Joyce. You think the ball's out of the ballpark, and it is, but he's there, camped out, and all of a sudden backpedals, gets caught up, and doesn't, and takes his, you know, takes his attention away from the ball, and it just snuck over.
The biggest surprise was he didn't catch it.
Right.
Red Sox went on to win and avoid a sweep at the hands of those pesky Oakland A's. They went 4-2 against the Sox. Boston will see them no more. Here's the 0-2. And that's in there for strike 3. 95 to get him. 2 strikeouts for David Price in the first inning. For deals, buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts in there. Real good numbers against Gausman in his career. Then it's Benintendi. He's as hot as anybody. Ramirez at first. J.D. Martinez, the DH. 36 runs batted in. Xander Bogaerts, a bomb here last night. Rafael Devers at third. Brock Holt at second. Sandy Leon catching. And Jackie Bradley returning to the lineup tonight in center field against the right-hander Kevin Gausman. He's 3-2. ERA at 3.18. Coming off a strong outing against Tampa Bay. Went 7 1/3. He gave up 2 runs. And here's Mookie. 12 for 29 off this guy with 3 home runs. So he likes him.
Gausman has been absolutely their best pitcher. That's not saying much, but bad first outing, and since then he's been lights out for a club that just has not played well at all, obviously.
In any phase of the game. Mookie 353, 13 home runs, same as Machado. Only Kansas City and Texas as pitching staffs have allowed more home runs than Baltimore in the American League. Hard hit, base hit. So he's 13 for 30 off Gausman. Quick start for Mookie Betts.
Let's take a look at the Orioles defense tonight. They are 14th, second from the last, unlike the Orioles. Around the infield you have Valencia at third, Machado at short, Scope at second, Chris Davis at first. Out in the outfield, Trey Mancini, Adam Jones, and Joey Rickard. And behind the plate, Suzak catching Kevin Gausman.
Big smile for Mookie. 8 stolen bases. And here's Benintendi at 272 and a climbing batting average because of a 9-game hitting streak. Two for 4 last night. 6 for 13 with a home run in the A's series. Betts being held by Davis at first base and apparently on the corner, says Tony Randazzo.
Well, he gets a lot of strikes called on him. Betts on the outside corner. I mean, I got to have it, but that ball's outside.
Ramirez on deck, scoreless here in the first inning. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. Gausman on the road, a 1.80 ERA. His home earned run average is 4.06. Well, you pitch at Camden Yards.
Yeah.
You might get hit.
That might be one of the toughest, if not the toughest places to pitch.
How about for you in your Hall of Fame career? What was the toughest place to pitch?
Yankee Stadium for me, yeah. You know, because those good lineups that they had, and that short porch that ate me alive.
2-1, Mookie not running, and that drifts away. So when you went into Yankee Stadium to pitch, did it psych you out?
Yeah.
It did, really?
Yeah. Didn't like it.
Well, it's not liking it, but when you got in there and you looked at that porch, you went, I'm not going to win. Not going to win a game.
Oh, I mean, I didn't feel like I was going to lose, but I wasn't feeling real good. You know, as soon as I heard that dong, 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 as soon as somebody gets a hit, that thing starts going off.
Oh, yeah. There goes Betts, and a swing and a high fly ball into left center. Jones will move on over to take that, and Mookie will back up into first base, 1 away.
You hate to admit that, too, you know, but there's some ballparks that just don't feel right. I don't care how big the ballpark is. I mean, that helps a little bit. You know what I mean? When it's a Grand Canyon or something that you pitch in, there's not that many of those. I think Oakland was a great place to pitch.
Oh, yeah.
It really was.
I could see that.
Foul territory galore.
Acres and acres of foul ground.
Not to take anything away from pitching well there, but it's helpful. You know, compared to this is ridiculous. There's no foul territory.
Hanley 281 with 6 homers. He's driven in 29. Does have 2 home runs against Gausman in his career.
Gausman's really a 2-pitch pitcher. I always thought when he first came up, he needed to come up with the breaking ball, which he'll flip one over here and there. But for the most part, Hard fastball and a little changeup. I don't know how he throws it. I don't think it's a splitter. We'll get a picture of it sooner or later. He throws enough of them.
Well, there goes Betts. He got an incredible jump, and he is in there standing up. Didn't even have to slide.
I mean, he just caught him. He was not even paying attention. Look at that. That is ridiculous. You don't see that every night. He knew he was locked in somehow, and he wasn't even thinking about him. That's the easiest stolen base he ever had in his life.
Got 9 of them. Into scoring position for Ramirez with the 29 runs batted in.
Look at that thing disappear. I think he holds it, that 3-finger turn me over thing. It's just nasty. Meanwhile, I would be embarrassed. Guy steals a base like that off me. It's a split, but not your conventional split, right? He kind of has 3 fingers on the other side. Kind of turns it over.
And it really doesn't dive the way a splitter.
It's a little like slower.
Yeah. Kind of slow motion. 1-2. Martinez, the next hitter. And runs in on Hanley. 2-2.
But he's got that giddy up to mix it up.
378 with runners in scoring position. Sox, after last night's win, are now 17-3 when they score first. And Betts the runner. Grounded foul.
Boy, get out of there.
Hanley giving the Red Sox a lead with his 9th go-ahead RBI last night. Been very steady as a run producer this season. Sox are the only club in the big leagues with 29 wins. One more than the Yankees, who are idle again tonight. Going to Kansas City. Grounded to third and scooped up by Valencia. Mookie holding at second base, and there are 2 down, so no RBI here for Hanley. That'll be up to JD Martinez.
Boy, you think that was such a great time to throw a breaking ball to Hanley, and he throws him that little changeup again down and in, gets an easy ground ball. But really, see that thing again, that little split, turn me over, and does the job. You know, he and Bundy are supposed to be, we're supposed to be their 1-2 guys for the future, and he's holding up his part of the bargain this year. Bundy had been holding it up until he got his lunch the other day. He gave up, what, 4 home runs in the first inning?
Yeah, before he got an out in there for a strike on JD. Hitting .344, 12 home runs. 2-run homer last night to dead away center. Right near the flagpole over the 379 mark.
I don't know what the book is on JD. I'll tell you what, this guy can hit. You don't know when he's going to pull the trigger either. I mean, he could come out hacking first pitch. He's a good breaking ball hitter. Obviously, anybody that has power to right center field, to me, is a tough out.
4 for 7 against Gausman. 2 down, no score in the first. Time to see who's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. Last 21 games now, JD Martinez has driven in 21. He scored 15 as well and hitting almost 400. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Shot to center field. Jones back, turning around. He's done it again. Another blast by JD Martinez to center field. I don't know if anybody's hotter than that guy right now. And the Red Sox grab a quick lead here, 2-0. And he destroyed another one.
So much for that split finger. He did damage on that. The sound coming off of his bat is different. Look at that split finger. Doesn't do anything right down the middle, and he stings this thing. Head down, crushes this ball. dead central. You could tell when Jones goes back on this ball. I said, my goodness, it's out of here.
With his 5-game hitting streak, he's batting .467 now. Mercy. Speedway donating $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox homer. And don't forget, all summer long, stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing Speedy Freeze.
Well, the Red Sox hit the jackpot, man. They did.
Oh, and to think there were those in town who were really running that deal down. Remember that?
I wanted him when he was, remember when we were talking about it before he got traded to Arizona? Yeah. We wanted him.
I know it. I know it. Number 13, so he's tied for the major league lead in home runs. Has had his pop foul out of play by Xander Bogaerts, who blasted one right past the light standard last night.
What a job he did. He got him twice. He's the guy that got him off the scrap floor, didn't he? When he was with Detroit.
Originally, you know, the Houston Astros said goodbye to him.
But he got him
He's
from
the guy
Houston.
that got him. That's right.
I mean,
Dave Dombrowski.
Like a genius.
And what a fit. DH tonight.
God, as a starting pitcher, you know, you go out there, you get out the, you know, Price looks so good tonight, first inning. Then you get to walk back out there with a 2-0 lead. It's a beautiful thing.
0-2 to Bogaerts, and checking his swing. He's hit some prodigious blasts, but these last two for JD Martinez, these are man's home runs. And it hasn't even really warmed up yet.
No. Something about him keeping that head down, man. It's different. He's just different.
Well, Remdog talks about that all the time, that discipline, that head discipline. Fly down the right field line, but slicing. 2-2 on Bogaerts.
I mean, I've seen you talk about this all the time. Watch where his head is. He goes right to the ball, like right behind it. It's like it's on a tee, and he goes down there and just keeps his head on it.
Sox up 2-0. And that'll miss outside. Now, if you get to the ballpark in time to see batting practice, you'll see Billy Broadbent, who is the king of everything video with the Red Sox. He's out there with his iPad, working with JD, taping every one of his turns through the cage. I think every one of the Red Sox may start leaning on Billy for that line, and that'll lead up. Machado, he has no play going out of the outfield, but he bobbled it, and Bogaerts is safe. We'll see how they rule on this.
Oh, this has got to be a base hit. He stung this split finger once again, pulls it. Little one hopper right there. It kind of ate him up a little bit. He's in the outfield grass. This would have been a nice play if he picks it. I think they'll give him a hit. They do. Single for Xander Bogaerts. Third hit in the inning off Gausman. Rafael Devers hitting out of the 6th spot tonight. 245 with 7 home runs. We mentioned the Yankees are idle tonight. Off night for them, and in Kansas City tomorrow. They were not able to play yesterday. They're supposed to make up a suspended game and then play a full ball game in Washington. Couldn't get either one of those underway. So they're going to have a couple of days off, as it turns out. And down he goes, sprawling. Devers to get free of it. 1-1 to count. I guess you got to make them, move their feet. This is gets the job done right there. Down to the dirt, it caroms away from Susak, and that'll advance Xander Bogaerts to second base on a wild pitch. That's all we've seen. We've seen fastballs and a lot of split fingers. Several bad split fingers. This one he just jams into the ground. Tough job for the catcher to pick that. He should, but he didn't.
Susak just up from the minor leagues today. RBI opportunity now for Devers. He went 1 for 11 in the Oakland series with a home run. And it's 3-1. Brock Holt would be next. Another mammoth home run by JD Martinez, who has driven in 38 runs now. Good count for Devers. And he's going to take ball 4. That'll put him on at first and second for Brock Holt. So Roger McDowell out for a conversation here. This will be 7 batters in for Gausman.
Talk about 30 pitches. That's just, you know, you're in trouble. You're talking about this day and age pitch counts. You're not long for the 7th inning, let alone the 6th.
Gausman has had some pretty solid efforts against the Red Sox in the past. His last start against the Sox came September of last year at Camden Yards. It was 8 scoreless innings. Gave up only 3 hits, but totally different story here tonight in the first inning. Mookie Betts got it going. JD Martinez now tied for the major league lead in RBIs after his 2-run shot, and that sends up Brock Holt hitting .328 with a home run. Trying to keep it rolling. Brock began the year 1 for 18, but he's been scalding hot since then, batting .442, 19 out of 43. Two and 0.
Yeah, tell you the honest truth, with Brock Holt in spring training, I wasn't quite sure, you know, where his career was going. You know, because I know he was hurt in the concussions and what have you, but you just didn't know, you know, what was going to happen to him. You know, you kind of forgot about him, and then he didn't play very well. What you remembered wasn't real good, even though he was hurt. But boy, he came back this year.
There was even a little bit of trade talk during the very end of spring training. He was aware of it.
Yeah, remember he was saying, remember, they may get rid of me, but there's 29 other teams that can't wait to get a shot at me. Remember? So he's got confidence, that's for sure.
And proven to be a very valuable guy once again for Alex Cora. He's at second base tonight. That's in there for a strike. 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Sandy Leon on deck. Bogarts at second. Devers at first. 2 runs in.
I mean, 2-pitch pitcher. You know, take your choice. Looked like he's got to challenge him here. I mean, that split finger's been getting knocked around.
3-2. So now the runners will be on the move. It has been a long inning for Gausman. 35 pitches already. Buck has seen this before.
Oh.
With the 13 and 29 Orioles. Already their bullpen moving around. And he struck him out. But the Red Sox do get 2, and JD Martinez with number 13. And he is tied for the major league lead with 38 runs batted in. As hot as a firecracker here in May. Nesson and the Greater Boston Food Bank. You can visit your Boston area Lexus dealer right now through the end of June and donate non-perishable food items. For more information, visit Nesson.com/Lexus. Red Sox getting to Gausman right out of the chute for a quick 2 runs on 3 hits. So some support right away for Price, who will go after Scope, Davis, Trumbo. All 3 certainly home run capable, but they're not hitting them the way they have in the past. Not hitting much the way they did in the past.
Boy,
they're hitting
Price,
just 234.
Price looked so good in the first inning, didn't he? I mean, going at it, attacking the hitters.
Scope 240 with 3 home runs. Pops that up into foul ground. Ramirez moving over to the Red Sox dugout, and he's got it. He was able to make that catch and then down the steps. So it's a fair catch. Nice play by Hanley.
This is a nice play by Hanley, especially with the steps right there. I mean, he makes a nice catch, and then you gotta. Nobody's there to help him out. That doesn't help things. Huh? I mean, everybody's just watching.
So 1 down for Chris Davis. Just a bad year for him so far. 173, 4 homers, 13 runs batted in. A huge production drop. Through 38 games, Zach, he has scored just 7 times.
I mean, he can go into a funk, but this is a funk.
In there for a strike.
I mean, he's still got a lot of years left on this contract, too.
You're right. He signed through 2022. So they're dreading, is this what it's going to be like? As he grounds it into the ship, Bogart smothers it from a knee. He's got him. 2 down. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, today the Red Sox announced the first alumni game in 25 years. The game will be on May 27th at 10:30 a.m. Dwight Evans and Louis Tiant will be the managers, and they will manage a group of players including Pedro Martinez, Wade Boggs, Mike Lowell, and Derek Lowe. Guys, I am looking forward to that game. And coming up a little bit later, I talked to hitting coach Tim Hires about some of the things Jackie Bradley Jr. has been working on. And yesterday was a special day at the ballpark for a group of women. I'll fill you in on the 4th annual Girls of Summer event.
Karen, thank you very much. We look forward to that. Mark Trumbo now with the bases empty, 2 down. Fine defensive play by Xander Bogaerts on the right side of second base.
For a second there, I didn't think he needed to dive, but the ball was slowing down. You see the gap between him and Holt. He goes into the dive. Has more than enough time.
Trumbo with the 1 home run. He's been hurt. Did not make his season debut until May 1st, coming off the disabled list. Hurt a lot of spring training. He has hit safely in 10 out of 14 since coming back, but not a whole lot of power yet. Bryce trying to make it 2 consecutive 1-2-3s. And he's ahead on Trumbo.
Boy, he's just humping. You know, humping fastballs, hard cutters. Haven't seen a changeup yet. That fastball just coming at him. Here you go. 3-0. Let's party. 2-0. Excuse me.
So no party?
I'm still partying.
It's the 1-2. And that's going to be in there. He struck him out looking. 94 at the knee. Good luck with that. Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. Such a nice night for a ball game. The Red Sox are on in front 2-0 here on the Orioles. Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley alongside Dave O'Brien and Garen Austin. Nick will be here for the entire series against the Orioles. Red Sox will have Monday off and then on the road for a quick 3 games. And the Rem Dog will be returning as the Red Sox will visit the Tampa Bay Rays again. And right back to Fenway. A lot of home games. Sandy Leon to lead things off here against Gausman. He's hitting 170 with a homer. And then Jackie Bradley, who's back in the lineup. Just the second time in a week for JBJ. Trying to figure it out. Jackknifed him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Red Sox catching has been a black hole offensively, except for the 1 home run that Sandy has hit. Scope will dig that and get him for a quick first out.
Tonight, after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we'll have a full recap of tonight's Sox game, plus a preview of Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Cavs and the Celtics. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
You in on that? You in on the Celtics?
Yes, I am. Who isn't?
I don't know anybody who isn't.
God, if they beat them first game in Cleveland, forget about it.
Jackie hitting 171 with 2 home runs and 9 runs batted in. He's been out of the lineup 6 of the last 7. He'll always be there defensively, but trying to find a lot of answers right now as he cuts right through it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've gone through a lot with Jackie over the years. Everybody's seen it. He can't hit anything for months on end, and then we're waiting for him to just go on fire because we know he can. But when you start the season off like that, that's all you see. You know, the stats are the stats. I mean, if this happened in the middle of the season, you could kind of sneak by a little bit.
But right at the top, everybody notices.
Yeah, we're all looking at what you've done this year.
And it seems like every time he gets in the batter's box, he has 2 strikes on him.
Yeah.
And I know that's how he feels.
I mean, he can't catch up to the high fastball. We've always talked about that, long swing. But he gets in between a lot.
Trying to bust out tonight against Baltimore, and he will take a seat here. He strikes out looking. So 2 away. Red Sox season ticket plans provide fans with the best seats, price, and benefits the Sox have to offer. For more information, visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Red Sox 9. And now to Mookie Betts, a base hit, stolen base, a run. He has so often started the night just that way, hitting .358, leading the majors in runs. 45 runs already, 30 extra base hits. That leads the majors, but now his teammate JD Martinez has tied him for the major league lead in homers, along with Manny Machado.
If you got a guy leading the league in homers, you want him hitting farther down the lineup, don't you? I mean,
I thought so too, Eck.
Yeah, I know. I get it. And we've, went back and forth with that. And the Red Sox had 2 in the past years.
11 games without one. 2 down. The bases are empty. Long look by Gausman. Now the 1-1. And the strike.
I remember back in the day, the Giants, when Willie Mays was batting 4th. And Bobby Bonds was leading off. And he was hitting like 30 jacks up there, but he wasn't going to hit 3rd or 4th in that lineup with Mays.
But you know what? The Red Sox are 2nd in the majors in runs. They lead the American League in so many offensive categories, leading the majors in doubles, extra base hit, slugging percentage. It's worked with Betts leading off. And I know some would say, well, If you moved him down, if you were hitting third, fourth, or fifth, it would be even greater.
Oh yeah, I get it. But you know, this club is leading the league and all that stuff with having the black hole down there. The catchers aren't hitting. Jackie's not hitting.
Betts getting on right away like that, giving you that 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
And you know, as a pitcher, better than I do, better than anybody, what that does for you.
Oh, totally.
So I was on the fence on it too. In spring training, I'm not so sure. I want, Mookie Betts.
Right.
He's a power guy. He's going to drive in 100 runs. It's worked out great. Alex Cora stuck to his guns on it. A couple of weeks ago, he said, I don't want to hear any more about it. It's done. He's our leadoff guy.
Because Pedroia did it there for a while. Remember, a couple of years ago? I don't know how long ago it was. Another bullet.
Yep, that's going to settle down and bounce up into the green. And Mookie Betts, even with his speed, has to be held at first base, but he's 2 for 2.
Boy, how easy is this game for this guy? This is ridiculous. See this pitch. Well, look at this pitch, man. It's like right there. I mean, he's looking for trouble. He top spins this ball, bullet, hits it so hard he can't get a double.
Well, I guess we were unduly concerned last night on that play on the warning track.
Yeah, he's fine. And he already had a stolen base, embarrassed the guy.
2 down, Benintendi 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Sox up 2-0 on a blast by JD Martinez. He's done it again. 13 home runs and 38 RBIs.
A bad time to take a shot at a stolen base here either.
Holding at the moment on the ball.
I thought I saw somebody pitch out last night. It wasn't in our game, was it? Did you see a pitch out? Because I almost passed out. I haven't seen a pitch out. I can't remember the last time.
It was a couple of nights ago.
Was it a couple of nights ago?
Yeah, it was here actually.
Right. I passed out.
And frankly, I think there should have been a catcher's balk on it, a swing and a miss. Because there's Lucroy, I believe.
Was it Lucroy?
He hopped completely out of the catcher's box.
Oh, he jumped all the way out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be able to do that.
You're supposed to wait. Yeah.
At least try to make it look good.
He wants to get ready to go. Come on. But you don't see it anymore.
No. No, that's the thing of the past, like the hit and run.
We
Yeah,
have
last
that.
night.
That's good. I'm glad to get to see this. Yeah, he was way out of there, wasn't he?
He's practically in the dugout.
And that's why you do it, because all you got to do, you got all the time in the world, just put it in the vicinity the guy's out.
And a foul tip and held by Susak. That will be out number 3, 1 man left. Presented by Stanley.
It's a nice play here by Hanley. Goes down the stairs, gets a little help, a little late with that help right there. And then you're going to see the dive by Bogarts to put an end to Chris Davis's at bat. Makes it look easy. Had time.
Stanley, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox. So Danny Valencia will lead things off here in the third inning. Red Sox had 2-0. Valencia hitting .264. But he's 13 for 22 against Price.
Ooh.
A little bit of power, 5 home runs, and he'll take ball 1.
Boy, this guy finds his way around the American League or around Major League Baseball. He's been around the horn, and he can hit left-handed pitching.
A .591 lifetime against Price. Price 6 up and 6 down. He has struck out 3 men. Bottom third of the order here in the third inning. And he drops it in there at 89. So he jumps ahead on Valencia. Orioles have lost 12 consecutive road games. They're 3-16 away from Camden Yards. He's eyeing his 4th K. Poke to right field, a base hit. Tough guy for him to put away, huh?
I guess so. Spotted him 2 strikes and then slashes him to right field. Ball might have been out of the strike zone. He tried to dot him down and away. 0-2. See if it was outside. It was outside. It was going to be a ball. He just flicks it to right field. Not much you can do about that.
He's now hitting .609 against Price in his career, and I'm not sure that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's the number.
Well, I guess the only thing good about it is he never juiced him. He's got no home runs. I guess you can live with that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of singles. You're right. 3 doubles. Brings up Rickert, who's 4 for 10 on the year, but with a couple of home runs. That's the first hit first base runner for the Orioles. Now, I know that you knew the guys who handled you, the hitters, but did you know exactly what they were doing against you? For example, in that case now, 14 for 23.
Yeah, you kind of did. But I knew the guys that did a lot of damage more than that.
Popped up into center field. Routine play for JBJ. And 1 man gone. Our custom suits are designed by Joseph Abood and made in America using only the finest Italian fabrics, now available at Men's Warehouse. You can text NESSN1 to 66960 and receive $100 off your next Joseph Abood custom suit purchase at Men's Warehouse. Data rates may apply. Andrew Susak next. He's doing the catching. His first at bat at the big league level this year. Been around a couple of other clubs.
They got rid of Caleb Joseph, did they not? And this kid took his place. Joseph been hanging around a while. Kind of a soft hitting catcher, but it's a good catcher for them.
One ball and 1 strike.
I'll tell you who swung the bat good for them as a catcher was Castillo. Was that last year?
Wellington Castillo.
Wellington Castillo, man. He stung it. I don't know. He wasn't a great defensive catcher, but he could swing the bat.
Of course, a few years ago, for a while, they had Matt Wieters, who's another guy who had some pop in the bat. Mancini on deck. Red Sox head 2-0 in the third inning. Foul away.
Haven't seen the changeup yet. There was a time when Price just went out there and threw nothing but fastballs. Back when he was with Tampa.
It's all he needed
many
to throw.
years ago. Yeah, I was shocked. One time he threw 100 fastballs against the Red Sox several years ago.
Throwing 97, 98 back then. Pretty good one there at 94 and puts him away. That'll be his 4th K.
Yeah, you're not going to catch up with this. I don't care if it's 94 or 100. That ball's upstairs. You have no chance. And that's what you see this year all year long, is that ball right there getting punch out after punch out.
Here's Mancini. He's 0 for 1. He whiffed in the first inning and cuts and misses. Look who is in the house here. Al Horford, Celtics center, who is having an incredible playoff run. Dynamite. Of course, they don't play again until Saturday, so it's taking a ball game.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Got the hat working and everything.
They have been so fun to watch.
You start to think they could maybe beat the Warriors. I mean, you start getting crazy here.
Well, Golden State might have their hands full now.
Truly. Now they may not beat Houston, but still.
I think they'll beat Houston.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm looking forward to that Celtics Golden State final. Celtics may make very quick work of Cleveland. Obviously up 2-0, but I know a lot of the analysts who are paid to analyze the NBA are saying very fast series. And we're saying it midway through game 1. Adam Jones getting a baseball to a young fan. Red Sox leading 2-0. 2 down and a 1-2 to Mancini. Chris Sale with the win last night. Rick Porcello there as well, and Chris went 5. Struck out 9 in the game, chastising himself afterwards. He said 4 walks. That's not me.
Oh, I know. That drives him crazy.
But a win. Runner goes. And a ground ball back to Price. He's got it. And flips it on to Hanley Ramirez to retire the side. To helping people lead tobacco-free lives. You can learn more at cbshealth.com/be the first. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, joining us.
Good to see you guys.
How are you?
Beautiful night. Great, thanks.
Turned into a beautiful night indeed. Red Sox on top 2-0 because JD Martinez did it again. What a run this has been.
I think he's pretty good. We're finding out some things about him. The thing that's really striking isn't just the fact that he's hitting home runs, but the fact that he's hitting home runs on pitches that no one else is hitting out of the park. That splitter that Gossman throws has been a great pitch for him against righties this year. They have been hitless against the splitter this year.
Hanley Ramirez up the middle on the very first pitch he gets here in the 3rd inning. And the Red Sox with their 5th hit tonight.
Hitless against the splitter this year and striking out more than half the time Martinez is waiting for that splitter, jumps on it, and because he's able to create that unique bat path where he's able to get inside of the ball that's on the inner half of the plate and even inside, he's able to drive it out of the park. And we've seen this from him before. You might remember in New York, he hit that 97-mile-an-hour inside two-seamer against Betances, out for the game-winning home run against them. That's a pitch that it was down and in. No one else drives that ball out of the park. We've seen him against Marco Estrada earlier this year, taking a fastball that was up above the top of the zone, 3.5 feet off the ground, and driving it out to right center field. These are home runs that no one else in the majors is hitting. He has a unique swing. It allows him to do unique things at the plate, and it's made for a really spectacular start in his Red Sox career.
Well, it sure has. 13 homers now, 38 runs batted in. So he is tied for the major league lead in homers and runs driven home.
But he's different, right? This is a different cat. I mean, you're talking about somebody that gets filmed during batting practice. I mean, he's a unique guy. I mean, you don't see that, right? I mean, it's different.
The attention to detail for his swing is remarkable, particularly for someone who's enjoying this much success. He spends an awful lot of time both on game planning and on making sure that he's fine-tuning his swing in exactly the way that he wants it. And that combination is what's made him a really special hitter.
5 for 8 against Gausman lifetime. And looks at a strike.
In many ways, it goes back to when he remade his swing entirely, which was after he had been released, after his final big league season with the Astros. He said, this isn't working for me. He looked at guys like Ryan Braun at that time, and he looked at some of the other elite hitters like Mike Trout, and he started saying to himself, what are they doing that I'm not? He went to work with some California hitting consultants on remaking his swing entirely. If you ever see video of his old swing, it is drastically different from the way that he swings now. He used to have a flat bat path. He used to be just kind of throwing his hands at the ball, and his swing was geared towards spraying line drives around the field and making contact. They remade his swing in one offseason and turned him into this middle of the order force.
It's incredible. It really is. I thought it had something to do with being around Cabrera when he got to Detroit.
Ground ball to Machado. Scope gets one, and they'll turn to double play. So just like that, 2-away in the 3rd inning. Let's talk about a couple of stories. Obviously, they've been around the Red Sox the last 48 hours or so. And begin with Blake Swihart, through his agent, asking to be traded, not playing at all, playing almost never at this point. What's the latest?
Well, I talked to Blake yesterday after those comments from his agent to Evan Drellick of NBC Sports were published, and Blake said, look, that was his job. He's looking out for me. I want to play, but Blake said that as long as he's a member of the Boston Red Sox, his focus is on helping the team in any way he can. He continues to be a really hard worker before games, catching bullpen sessions, doing whatever he can to stay as sharp as possible and to be as well positioned to contribute if he does get on the field. Would he like to play? Of course. He's 26 years old. His career has been kind of traveling sideways since that incredibly promising 2015 season.
Right.
And he feels like his skills have developed since that latter part of 2015.
Fly to center field, and Jones underneath this one, blowing a bubble and making a catch. Alex, always great to see you. Let's do it again soon.
Sounds great. Good to see you guys.
Alex Beer, the Boston Globe. Red Sox on top here against the Baltimore Orioles, 2-0. Connecticut, Sox fans' trusted source for tickets with lower prices, better service. Tickets to all Sox games and concerts at Fenway available right now at aceticket.com. Red Sox in the lead 2-0 going to the fourth inning. David Price has been on. Jones trying to bunt and strike one. There's your changeup.
There it is, and he tried to bunt it. He thought he was going to try to come out of his shoes.
You see what
He said, I had it too, didn't he?
too.
Look at this. The thing never got there. Takes a stab at it.
Jones ripped the line drive caught by Mookie Betts his first time up. He's locked in. 11-game hitting streak. Now he's behind 0-2. Casey will be along in a moment with our social stretch, and she's got a nugget about the most talked about minor league player alive right now. Machado on deck, and the 0-2 from Price. And a line shot. Nice play. A little bobble, but Brock Holt hauls it in shallow right field. So one down. Casey, what do you have for us tonight?
You mentioned it already. Vlad Guerrero Jr. He started a rumor. He posted a geotagged photo of himself at JFK Airport when the Blue Jays were in New York to play the Mets. So did Toronto call up baseball's #2 overall prospect? It turns out that he just did some weird Throwback Thursday thing, reposting a pic from December. He's still in the minors, and Jays fans are still mad about it.
Yeah, he likes to play, apparently, and a heck of a player. Certainly his dad was. It won't be long, believe me.
Till he gets there?
It will not be long. Great young talent. Here's Machado. He has been struck out looking, goes after the first pitch and pops it a mile up. Holt out. Betts coming on. So's Jackie Bradley, and Jackie will take it 2 fast outs in the fourth inning.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. TC and Steve will preview tomorrow's matchup between Alex Cobb and Drew Pomeranz. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
How you liking getting back into the promos again?
It takes a while. I haven't been using my mouth for a while. I've been camping out.
Wait a minute. I don't even know what that means.
That means I haven't been chirping a lot.
Haven't been chirping a lot. You've been
I talk
quiet.
to my wife, you know, but it's not like I go on and on and on. Those are quick conversations. I'm over here like getting at it.
I hear you. Scope the batter 0 for 1. You went down with your lovely wife to the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Imagine that?
Yeah, I do. I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Bet you did a little chirping that night.
Yeah, I did. I tell you what, it was quite an experience. I don't know if I never saw myself being there in the first place, but my wife is totally into politics, always has been.
Yeah.
And so I did it for her. And as it turns out, I really, really enjoyed myself. It's a different world, especially nowadays, and with the Trump and all that's going on there.
Tuxedoed up.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything?
I was styling.
Oh
yeah.
I'd like to see a couple of those pics, and that one's outside 2-1.
Yeah, I was styling.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that event? You're not, you didn't come up through politics, but your wife has.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I did. It was kind of nasty though.
Ooh, there's some fallout there.
Yeah, there's a lot of fallout.
People walking out and everything.
Oh yeah.
It's fascinating.
I can't say I was laughing. I mean, it was just over the top.
Yeah. Here's the 2-1 to Scope. Bases empty and 2 down. I think that's. I'm glad to hear you're getting out and
see,
different. expanding a little bit.
Yeah. No one ever would think I'd go to something like that. Really, right?
I'll bet they were thrilled to see you down there, right? Because there are a lot of baseball fans in D.C.
They were.
Among the congressmen.
Yeah, they really are.
Huge. Really followed the game. The 2-1. Little dribbler here and a fair ball. Price bare hands, and now it comes free, and Scope will be safe at first base. He'll have a base hit.
Well, I'm not sure he needed to hustle that much. He got to the ball. I think if he bare hands it cleanly, he's going to throw him out. Watch him pounce on this. He's there. I think he's there in time. He gets it, just loses the handle. If he gets the handle, he's going to throw him out. Not that Scope is slow, but coming out of the right-handed batter's box, he's going to throw him out. This is going to go as a hit, though. It's not an easy play.
Now just the second hit for the Orioles off Price tonight. They have a base runner with 2 down and Chris Davis in. He is 0 for 1 with a tapper to second base.
I mean, this is the Price we like to see. He is attacking, not wasting a lot of time, throwing strikes. Early in the year, man, he was throwing 70 pitches to get him to 7 innings. I mean, talk about efficiency.
Knocked foul the other way. Davis actually had a hit stolen last time up on a diving play by Xander Bogaerts. Trumbo on deck. Red Sox leading 2-0. Big crowd tonight. Orioles here for 4. With a win, the Red Sox would be back in a first place tie with the Yankees. 0-2. And he puts him away. Struck him out. 1 man left. Fenway Honors Gala on Thursday, May 24th. Proceeds from the event benefit the Red Sox Foundation. For more information, go to redsoxfoundation.org/Fenway Honors. Former Red Sox players like Kevin Youkilis and Mike Lowell and Derek Lowe will all be participating. And Al Green, who has spent the last 44 years working with the Red Sox, has been chosen as the non-uniformed inductee. And our congratulations to Al, a great guy. Al always says hello. Fly ball into right center field off the bat at Devers and put away by Rickard for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Sox up 2-0. And Brock Holt will be next.
You know, you've been out of the game a long time, and you see these guys that are going to the Hall of Fame. They had just started their career when I ended mine, and they're already going to the Hall of Fame. It's like, my God, it's been a long time.
Well, you're not a kid anymore.
I know. Hello. You're not a kid. I'm a fossil is what it is, man.
No.
Yeah.
Not implying that at all, but I mean, you're in great shape, and you've got that $1 million tan going.
I thought you were going to take $1 million. I mean, I'm thinking about money. Hell with that tan.
You usually are. Yeah. Brock Holt 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Sox about hit him 5-2, including a home run by J.D. Martinez, who has struck again. Sandy Leon on deck. Well, the way the Red Sox jumped Gausman in the first inning, you wouldn't think he'd still be around by now.
You know, they've gotten 5 hits off him, haven't they? But they, you know, that loud sound of the bat seems like they should be. It was a slam or something, that ball by Martinez, but he's doing his thing. Fastball split. yet to see a breaking ball.
Rocks hit the Orioles well, 316 lifetime. Drew Pomeranz tomorrow night, 7:10 against Alex Cobb, who is 0-5 with an ERA at 7.
Oof. And they signed him real late after spring training. Right at the end, didn't they?
They did. It's the very end. Slicer, but foul off in the crowd.
And I thought that was a good move by them. Cobb was waiting around like a lot of guys, thinking he was going to get the big payday. I don't know if I could do that.
Even just one?
I don't know. I'm trying to be healthy, man. That looks nasty.
I think our folks at concessions are delighted by that review. 3-2 on Brock Holt.
Yeah, that's not nice.
But no, I mean, if you come to the ballpark,
oh yeah, you got to be in the mood.
you got to be in the mood.
Yeah,
and it'd be great.
I'm just not in the mood right now.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I saw you working on that ham sandwich earlier. That you bring to the ballpark every night, yeah.
That's for mental health. This is what it is.
Sure. 3-2 from Gausman. And tomorrow night, Pomeranz and Cobb, and on Saturday, Rick Porcello against Dylan Bundy. And Sunday afternoon, we wrap up the series. Eduardo Rodriguez on the hill.
Pomeranz last time out was kind of in and out of the strike zone, wasn't he? He wasn't himself at all.
Yeah, that was at Toronto. 3-2. And down he goes swinging. 2 gone and down to Guerin.
Obiek, yesterday was a very special day for a group of women. It was the 4th annual Girls of Summer here at Fenway Park. Now, this is a unique opportunity for women to experience Fenway Park on a different level. They got to work with the assistant coaches, have their own media session with Alex Cora, and a Q&A with Jackie Bradley Jr. and Johnny Gomes. Now, you guys, these women did not know each other 4 years ago when the first event happened, and now they consider each other lifelong friends as well as teammates. So it's really created some really special friendships, and I think the coaches had a lot of fun. Some of these women have been to fantasy camp and have a lot of talent, and they're all very knowledgeable, so it's just a very fun day.
Guerin, what did they think of Johnny Gomes?
Oh, they were so excited when Johnny was coming up. They actually talked to him a lot about working in the Nesson booth and just a lot about that very special year and that very special team. So it was fun. And the ladies, they're so calm, cool, and collected until they see Johnny and Jackie, and then they kind of get a little excited. So It was really fun. And actually, one of my teammates, her name is Rose, and she was telling somebody from the Red Sox, she said, my lifelong dream is to meet Carlton Fisk. And they said, he's here tonight. We're going to take you to meet him. So they actually brought her over to meet him last night, and it was the highlight of her life. So really special day.
That's a great one. That's a great one. 2-0, the Sox. Restaurant in Newton called Buttonwood. Plus, Jenny's on the field with Brock Holt chatting about his game day diet. Catch it all on Dining Playbook Saturday morning at 9 on Nesson, driven by your New England Chevy dealers. Fifth inning coming up. Price has been dominating. He's allowed 2 hits. Red Sox scored quickly in the first inning. Price will take on Trumbo, Valencia, and Rickard here in the 5th. And then again, David Price 12-5 against Baltimore in his career, an ERA 2.81. That was before tonight. Trumbo with the 1 home run, caught looking at a 3rd strike in the 2nd inning.
A lot of fastballs and a lot of cutters and a couple changeups. He struck out Davis on a changeup to end the inning last inning, which was kind of unusual.
He's fan 5. And he has not walked anybody. Heck, he's been getting his outs quick. Before tonight, he was averaging 3.5 pitches per batter. 3rd lowest mark in the major leagues.
I mean, that's his style. It's his style. Go get it. I mean, when he's feeling right, that's how he goes about it. We've seen times where he tries to pick corners.
0-2 to Trumbo. We talked about the fact the Orioles are buried in the basement. They're already 16 games out. 13-29, but they're coming off a pretty good homestand. They went 5-3 just before coming here. They were swinging the bats well. That is something they are capable of doing. And he goes down, strike 3, number 6 for David Price. He's gotten Trumbo twice.
I mean, this is a beautiful thing. You can't put this any better. This changeup down and away, running away. He can't even get there. That's after mixing cutters, fastballs, and then that changeups. They're few and far between, but they're nasty.
Well, in 4 1/3, he has struck out as many as he did in 5 1/3 his last time out. Now Valencia, who has been a thorn in his side over the years, and lines that one into left field. Benintendi back. He'll play it off the 10. Valencia going for second base. High throw, but the tag's waiting, and he is cut down by a lot. Benintendi with a nice chuck, and Valencia is out.
What is it with this Valencia guy hitting 600 off of Price? And then what is he thinking about trying to get 2? Thank you very much. You see this slider almost looks like a curve ball, but he's all over this ball, over the head of Benny. Benny gets it pretty quickly off the fence, and he's out by a mile. No chance. Look at him. He's waiting for him. What a gift. But he has Price's number. Doesn't matter what he throws. Kept him in the ballpark, though, but boneheaded move trying to go to second.
15 for 24 against the left-hander, but out. 5th outfield assist for Benintendi, and brings up Rickard with 2 down. Oakland has gone up to Toronto, and now they have a 3-1 lead in the 4th inning. Yankees not playing tonight. Valencia 2 for 2, but cut down. A little over aggressive.
He's got no friends over there. Nobody's talking to him.
Popped him up. Out goes Xander Bogaerts, calling everybody off, and it winds up a very fast inning for David Price. Time now to turn it over to Adam and Casey for the mid-5th studio show, guys. right at the midway point, bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Jackie Bradley to be followed by Mookie Betts, who's perfect tonight with 2 hits, 2 for 2, and then Benintendi. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Jackie struck out in the 2nd inning against Gausman.
There's a little breaking ball. He flips over there. Occasionally, very occasionally.
Made him move a bit. It's got to be such a lonely feeling when you're locked in a slump like this, as Jackie Bradley is. And really, you don't even call it a slump, right? At this point, it's the way his season has played out. Just trying to get hot. On the last road trip, he went 2 for 21. He did not play in the Oakland series. And the 3-0 in there for a strike.
Well, here's a good pitch to hit right here. 3-1.
And good eye there as he takes ball 4. So he's on to begin the 5th inning. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox and 2. You'll hear Eck raving about the sausage served here at Fenway. Sox and 2 brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get iced coffee for 99 cents any size, any day.
It's probably good.
I don't think you can get out of it now.
I know.
That's kind of a weak effort, man. I mean, come on, like,
yeah.
An inning later. Oh, it actually looks pretty good.
Why don't you have them send one up here? See if we
think they might.
Yeah.
I think they just might. Let you sample it. I know what you're doing now. Mookie 2 for 2 with a stolen base and a run. Benintendi with a 9-game hitting streak, waiting his turn. Sox have not scored since the 1st inning. There goes Bradley. Throw to first base. It doesn't matter. He's already sliding into second. That's the 2nd time the Red Sox have stolen Gausman. Absolutely blind tonight.
Totally. I mean, you never see this, let alone twice. He's frozen. He gets locked in, and they know it. They know it. He's not looking over there. He goes through this. He does the same thing each and every time, and they got to read on it. They got to read on it, and then they, obviously they're taking advantage of it. That's when steals were steals.
Oh, I'm telling you. That's the definition. So RBI opportunity for Mookie Betts.
Shame on me the 2nd time.
Just missed with that one at 94. Mookie now with 45 runs. Tied for the 2nd most by a Red Sox batter at this point in the season since 1908. He is building a special year.
He really is. I mean, this kid, there's not too many players like him, and all you can compare him to really is Trout.
There are plenty of great players in Major League Baseball. Machado's one of them. Playing the same game tonight. You think of Bryce Harper. Well, look at Gausman now. He's getting really upset.
Yeah, he wanted the 2 pitches previous to that on the corner. I tell him, hey, let's go. Meanwhile, he should be upset with himself after not holding the runner on.
Sander Randazzo lets go. The 2-2 lined up the middle of the base hit. Scope couldn't get it. Here comes Bradley. They're going to stop him there as the throw comes in and it's cut off. And they'll be on the corners, and Mookie Betts is 3 for 3.
Well, with nobody out, they held Bradley on that because I thought he could have scored easily on that. But here you see Gausman chirping away at that Randazzo. angry at not getting a pitch called on the outside corner. Well, here's another ball on the outside corner, and watch your lips on a line drive right back at you. And that ball got through in a hurry. Watch this ball get through. Boom. Late dive there by Scope. Looked like Bradley could have scored easily. The throw in was tired. First and third, nobody out. You got nothing to tell him now, do you? Yeah, a little hoot right there.
Getting a little hot.
Yep. Randazzo doesn't play that.
It is 6 3-hit games for Mookie Betts, who may be running again. Big hole there on the right side for Benintendi, who's 0 for 2. Popped into right, not deep. Rickard coming on. Jackie Bradley back to tag. He's going to try and score. Here's the throw to the plate. He dives in and he's safe. He beat it. Benintendi with the RBI. Jackie Bradley scampering home, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0.
That ball medium deep right field. Rickard doesn't have a gun, but looked like that throw took forever. Fairly close play at the plate, but Jackie scores. Looked like he just missed that too. That high fly ball. He's tracking it. He's got some momentum coming in on this throw, but little one hop, no chance.
So Jackie's stolen base certainly paid off. And scoring from third to tag up, that brings up Hanley Ramirez now. He's gone 1 for 2 with a base hit.
Yeah, it's about time he threw over there just to let him know he is paying attention.
There he goes again. Another throw to first. And again he steals him blind. Well, this has been going on all night. And Gausman has yet to pick up on it. I don't know if I've seen anything quite like this.
Never seen anything like this. What in the world is going on? What? I can't tell you what he's doing. Obviously, they picked up on something, knowing that he's not really looking over there. He's in his own world.
He's been arguing with a home plate umpire.
That's so embarrassing. It really is.
10 for Mookie Betts.
1 time fine. 2, oh my goodness. 3, ah.
Yeah, it's the 5th inning. And failing to make any kind of an adjustment at all.
I mean, he's zoned out. When he's on the mound, they must pick up on the fact that he's in a zone.
It doesn't take much for Mookie Betts, does it? I mean,
no.
A millisecond and he's gone.
He just does not pay attention to this guy. He thinks he throws over once and he's cool. That's good.
So Ramirez trying to pick up an RBI. Almost got Carlos Fabulous, who had to dance to get free of that wicked ground ball. That's when you're reminded how close the third base coach is and how far out of the box he is.
I mean, that splitter down and in, it's just, I mean, forget about it. Look where he is.
One of the smartest things baseball did several years ago is make these guys wear helmets. They didn't like it at first.
No,
a lot of them don't like it
right.
now, but
you need more than a helmet on that.
You're right. High chopper behind the back. That's a fair ball. Valencia with a lengthy throw off target. He missed him with a tag. Betts holding at second. And the Ramirez getting up that line. That's a base hit.
I guess they're going to give him base hit on that. This throw, if he makes a good throw, he's out. That was close to being a foul ball. I was surprised. Yeah, that ball's fair. He took a little extra time. That ball's in. If he makes a good throw, he's out. They're probably going to give him a hit.
They did. So it's his second. He's 2 for 3. Another mound meeting. So first and second, Red Sox with another run in, and J.D. Martinez coming up. In the first inning tonight, he pounced on one and drove it out of the ballpark to dead center to the bleachers. It's our high-strength steel play brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado.
And there's that split finger that he just drives straight out to center field. No doubt.
He's now homered in 8 of his last 15 games, 4 of his last 5, and his 44 home runs since the All-Star break of last year is the most in Major League Baseball. That's more than Giancarlo Stanton, who won the National League MVP last year. Two on, one out. They get Donnie Hart going, the left-hander in the bullpen. An inning where the Red Sox can really start to pull away. You sense it here against Gausman. 1-1. Red Sox are getting an outstanding effort to this point from one David Price, who has really been dominating this ball club. He's done it many times in the past. Sox trying to give him a bunch of run support. Try to hold up. Did he go? Yep, that's a swing and a miss. And 1-2.
Once again, one of the few sliders that he throws, and he should throw more of them, I think. Just to feature it up there, something else for the hitter to think about.
'96 in on the hands, and the count's still 1-2. He's been wearing out the Baltimore Orioles. Actually, J.D. wearing out a lot of clubs, but he's reached base in his last 15 games against them and hitting almost 500 over that span against Baltimore. Bogart's on deck. Very comfortable night here at Fenway. At last. 2-2.
Fouls off a nasty 96 outside after getting all that hard stuff inside. How you stay alive.
.94 pitches for Gausman. Dustin Pedroia doing a lot of hanging out in the dugout these days. Great to see him back. Getting closer and closer. Good take there. 3-2. It'd be a great lift for this club when Pedroia returns, but a win for the Red Sox tonight would be their 30th. Nobody else has 29. One down, 3-2 on Martinez. Runners go. Swung on and missed, and the runners are going to move up on a double steal.
Yeah, Gausman got him on a slider. He threw him 3 sliders in that at bat. Had a feeling they're going to have a little double steal going too. You see the slider down and away. Gets him way out front. You're not going to see him look sillier on a pitch, but both runners taking off. See Betts, the front runner. No chance for them to throw Betts out at third, but a good pitch there by Gausman to J.D.
So that's 5 stolen bases in total for the Red Sox tonight. Third of the ball game for Mookie, and that's a new career high for him. And 2 of them in this inning. And here's Xander. He has a hit and he's flied out. Base hit could get him 2 RBIs. Hitting .310 with 5 home runs. Well, his home run last night was a thing of beauty. That's in there for a strike.
Yeah, something off speed he got last night. This is a big blow. Little slider left inside. He hits it over everything. And they hurt themselves in there.
Yeah, nobody got hurt.
It was like Carson.
Right. Oh,
that's another story.
My goodness. The story just got worse. 2-1 to count. I got to say, I never thought watching Carson pitch that he was being overused.
No way. That's why they didn't take kindly to that.
And if you do feel you're being overused, it's your job to tell the manager.
Right. They check in with the relievers every day.
Every single day. Yep. Unfortunate. Hate to see him get hurt. 2-1, and he missed away. So it's 100 pitches for Gausman, averaging 101. They do have the lefty warmed up in the bullpen.
You think this is his last hitter? You would think.
And it's a good count for Xander Bogaerts if he gets something to pounce on. And he does. High and deep to the light tower again and off it. The second night in a row he has destroyed one in that direction.
Xander gets a fastball, room service fastball, and he knows exactly what to do with it.
His 6th home run.
Look at this thing right there. Ahead in the count, looking for something hard. Ball's up, fence high, bridge. See ya. 3-run Johnson. That just breaks Gausman's back.
Almost busted the light tower.
Yes.
Second night in a row with a 3-run blast, and that opens it up. Now watch Buck. He actually gets across the line before Bogaerts comes anywhere near home plate.
Boy, is that showing up a pitcher or what?
Don't forget, all summer long, stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing Speedy Freeze. We'll take the break. Red Sox have opened it up on a blast by Xander.
What are you?
Hart coming out of the bullpen, and Devers pulls a ground ball, and Scope handles that to retire the side. in the 5th inning. We saw some stuff in that inning. Red Sox get 4 up 6-0. Website for deals, buyatoyota.com, and by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. On a splendid night here in the city, the Red Sox have a 6-0 lead on the Orioles. We go to the 6th inning. Xander Bogaerts launching one into the tower. First light standard above the monster.
Has he hit some long home runs this year or what?
Sure has. Feels like all of them have been. He has leaned on them.
Grand slams.
Yeah,
tape,
2 of
tape
those.
jobs, yep.
So plenty of runs here early on for David Price, who has allowed only 3 hits and struck out 6. Susac, then Mancini and Jones here for Baltimore. A mile-high pop-up. Devers will creep in on this and puts it away.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud. Available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Steve will break down David Price's start,
which so far has been his best of the year, perhaps.
I think so.
74% strikes. Which is really high. Now Mancini, who has whiffed and grounded back to the pitcher. And a lot of first pitch strikes.
He's just filling it up. I mean, he's not nibbling. He's going at it.
Pitching in warm, comfortable weather tonight. He misses away on Mancini. Jones up next.
Nothing tingling tonight, that's for sure.
Tail of the tape on the Bogaerts home run, by the way, 383 feet. Last night's was 411. It stung pretty good, but Hanley Ramirez has it. He'll take it himself. He wins the foot race. 2 up and 2 down. Calling all kids. Kids can attend a game for free at Fenway when they sign up for Kid Nation and earn loyalty points for prizes like autographs and memorabilia. Visit redsox.com/kidnation to sign up today. 2-way for Jones, who looked to bunt his way on last time up. And Price started him off with a changeup, and he did not make contact. And he said, I had that.
I think he's hit the ball the hardest tonight. The ball on a line to right field and a line drive to the second baseman last time up. Valencia hit the ball hard too once. That really just 3 balls hit hard.
Yeah, he's lined out twice, 0 for 2. He's going to be an interesting one at the end of the season because he is an Oriole free agent. Guy has had a really fine career. Won 4 Gold Gloves. Been a home run hitter, an RBI guy. Been a really fine player for them.
I don't know what he's thinking is going to be out there for him, especially after this last offseason with players and the money that sort of everything just sort of closed down.
He'll be 33 on the 1st of August. On the move, Betts and Bradley, and Mookie will pluck that, and they go 1-2-3 at the hand of David Price. $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Duncan. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Dennis Eckersley in the booth tonight. Dave O'Brien, Garrett Austin with him. Hart took over for Gausman, who was knocked out, giving up 6 runs, 8 hits, including a pair of home runs, one by J.D. Martinez, the other by Xander Bogaerts. So on back-to-back nights, they hit home runs. Brock Holt will lead it off. He has struck out twice. And then Leone and Jackie Bradley. Jackie scored a run after taking a walk in the 5th inning. Mookie Betts has scored twice and is 3 for 3 with 3 stolen bases. And the 0-1 from Hart.
Boy, he thought about that. Took a little time to call that strike.
More activity in their bullpen. That is Miguel Castro beginning to heat up. 0-2, and he checked.
Boy, this has been a long season for Buck Showalter, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
We didn't get a shot of him coming out, taking out the pitcher, but he got there before Bogaerts even got around third base. He was across the line. You never see that.
No, you don't. He was in a hurry. Hart will get there and toss on for the out. One away in the Red Sox 6th inning.
You think that's showing up a pitcher? I mean, you know he's upset.
I don't think it looks good.
It doesn't look good. I don't know what it means something, doesn't it? Watch this. This is Xander coming around after, and he's already, look at it, he's going past, he's already on the field, taking his pitcher out. The guy hasn't even touched home plate yet. Just touched third base. You never see that.
So you're guessing there's a message there.
There's a message.
Now, Gausman's been one of his better guys.
Right. That's what I meant. It's like, here's one of your best pitchers. You don't want to dog him. I just think he's just so frustrated. You know, he was on that field. As soon as he saw that ball go out of the ballpark, that's it. You start doing crazy stuff, man.
you know, it's
when you start losing it.
Sandy Leon 0 for 2, bases empty, 1 down. You know, that one stung down the right field line, but foul. It's almost as if he was saying, you know, you just gave up a 3-run homer, but you were barking at the umpire.
Right.
And 3 guys stole you
Exactly.
blind.
So I think that's it.
You're not concentrating on the right thing.
Right.
And that's your message.
You showed yourself up, and now I'm going to show you up, or something. It was ugly.
And really, I mean, in Buck's defense, you cannot argue with him having the right to be frustrated.
No, I agree.
Line toward the alley. That's going to get down for a base hit, maybe more. He's going to take a wide turn. Rickard will hurry that back in. Sandy will scurry back into first base. So he's got a base hit. He's 1 for 3. And the Red Sox have a base runner in front of Jackie Bradley.
Sandy can use that. His fastball middle. Puts a nice stroke on it. Little inside out a little bit. Finds the gap. Don't even think about going for 2. Whoa, flicker. Got no chance.
Jackie with a walk and a run last inning. He's also struck out looking. And one of the Red Sox stolen bases tonight. He is 2 for 5 against Hart in his career with a homer. Trying to break through here. Red Sox have 9 hits now.
This guy's down under over there. Crossfiring all the way across the plate. Not an easy left-hander.
Mookie Betts perfect tonight. 3 for 3. 3 steals, a run. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
How about this little funkadelic he's got working here, huh? This is how he gets it done. Breaks it down way underneath there. Doesn't even really get through it. You know, just standing up, doesn't really go all the way through it. Deception. Being left-handed is a beautiful thing.
Bottom of the 6th. Red Sox looking for some more here against Baltimore. And popped him up into short right. Scope is out there on the back pedal. 2 down. Stay on top of the latest Red Sox news with the free text alerts from Nesson. From breaking news to in-game alerts. To sign up, text Red Sox to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Well, Buck Showalter back out there to the hill. That'll do it for Hart. And he'll bring in a right-hander now. Mookie Betts coming up. And we will take the break as well. The Red Sox in command here. 6-0 in the 6th at Fenway.
Because no matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Another pitching change here for the Orioles. Miguel Castro coming out of their bullpen. 23-year-old from the Dominican Republic. He's been with Toronto, Colorado, and now the Orioles the last 2 years. 16th appearance, a .355 earned run average, trying to solve Mookie Betts, who's gone 3 for 3. New career high tonight, already with 3 stolen bases.
Boy, slings that thing about 98 miles an hour. Got a good arm. Had a nice year for them last year.
Mookie has seen him 3 times. He has 1 hit off him, and that went for an RBI.
It's that sweeping slider.
Two out in the 6th inning, and Baltimore has already used 3 pitchers tonight. Sox up 6-0. Leon on. 2-1. A .366 batting average for Mookie Betts. That is up 13 points tonight.
A very unique night. Another unique night. Those 3 stolen bases.
Top hitter in baseball. As the count his way now, 3-1. Mookie leading the American League in total bases, slugging percentage, batting average, runs scored, extra base hits, multi-hit games, home batting average.
What's he hitting at home?
400 coming into tonight.
There you go.
So add 3 more hits to that. And he's on again. Ball 4. So on base for the 4th time. His on base percentage was number 3, right behind Mike Trout and Aaron Judge. The Boston Bulldogs Running Club is hosting the 3rd annual Run for Recovery 5K at Franklin Park on Sunday. The race a tribute to those who are battling or have lost their lives to addiction. Still time to register. You can visit bostonbulldogsrunning.org for more information. Well, that's been the theme of the night. Base runners swirling all around the bags for the Red Sox. 2 on for Benintendi. Trying to run his hitting streak to 10 consecutive games. 0 for 2 with an RBI and a sacrifice fly. Hit the ball hard throughout the Oakland series.
Hey, what Benintendi, you can't throw a ball hard enough that he can't get to. He's been hitting the ball so hard. Got that short, compact power swing.
Been a good hitter with 2 outs and men in scoring position in his career to the tune of .387 in spots like this.
Meanwhile, Castro can't find the plate to save his life.
He's gone to 3-0 on Benintendi. Hanley Ramirez waiting on deck. And ball 4. So that's going to load him up for Hanley.
So you want to be a manager, huh, Buck? Yeah, you want it.
He's had a long night already.
Hasn't he?
So they are filled up for Hanley, who has 2 hits. He has gone 2 for 3 and has one of the Red Sox stolen bases. No place to put him. And Castro cannot find the plate. .98 right down the chute on that one. 0-1.
handily. He just let him have that one.
Seven grand slams for him. This season he's 2 for 3 with the bases loaded. .97 off the plate, but he went after it and the count's 0-2.
He didn't come close to that ball. He was swinging for a strike and that ball was way outside. He just let it go.
And the 0-2 is down and away. Well, JD Martinez was to hit next, but that is Blake Swihart to hit for him. If given the opportunity here, 2 down, the bases are loaded. One, 2, and a breaking ball that will miss a slider. Blake very much in the news this week.
A sweeping slider just misses outside. Definitely a ball.
Leone at third, Betts at second, Benintendi at first. 6-0 Sox. Here's the 2-2. And popped him up. Scope is there. Into the outfield. The Red Sox will leave him loaded. The 13 champions, game number 44 that year. The Red Sox beat Minnesota. John Lackey got the win. 6 innings, 1 run. Will Middlebrooks paced the Red Sox. Hit his 8th home run of the season. He got off to a very nice start that year. Red Sox on their way to the World Championship. High bounder by Machado, flagged down by Devers, throws and gets him.
What a play!
That's one of his best of the season.
What in the world? What a play! Look at the range. He's over there to begin with, but still, look at the range. Full extension, gets it, spins, gets him out easy. I mean, that is a lot of range on that play.
And an outstanding throw. He's got a very nice relationship with the Red Sox young manager. And you'll often see them together. I think Alex is constantly communicating with him, you know, through the rough spots, the errors, the occasional slumps, everything else. He really believes in the kid.
And that is nice to have as a young player. Are you kidding me? The manager to help you out?
Scope the batter. Up the middle he goes. Brock Holt to throw off balance. Got him. 2 down.
Well, that got Price. Got him like, look like it. I don't know if it just, it got him pretty good here. This ball is like a one hop. It's got a piece of him. Not a big enough piece because it kept going.
So 2 nice defensive plays out of the chute here in the 7th inning. He'll bring up Chris Davis. He has whiffed and grounded out. He has been very economical, extremely so here in the 7th inning. Just 65 pitches and many fast outs.
Well, nowadays, that's about the only way you're going to throw a shutout. It's unheard of, 66 pitches at this point in the game.
Big shift on for Davis. He may have avoided this.
Yeah, one hop right by him. Yeah, I guess it missed him. Maybe got the bottom of his shoe. Who knows?
The 1-1 ran it in on him.
He likes throwing changeups to left-handed hitters, which is unusual.
You know who we saw do a ton of that recently was Sean Manaea.
Changeups to left-handers?
Yeah, and no hitter.
Yeah, they don't see it very often. It just messes them up.
One, two, thinking strikeout certainly here with Davis. He has 6 Ks in the book. Lots of first pitch strikes. Hasn't walked anybody. Just 3 hits. And those are all singles.
It makes pitching look so easy.
Takes one from Leon. Here comes the 1-2. All night long he's been in the mid-70s in his strike percentage. A 6-0 lead here in the 7th. And a 2-2 to Davis. And he put him away. That's strikeout number 7. 15 minutes before the game. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import it. Presented by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. Well, Blake Swihart will come up to hit now in a DH spot. So the night is done for J.D. Martinez, who did damage in the first inning with his 13th home run of the year. Another blast to center for the second straight night. 38 RBIs for J.D. So the homers and RBIs tied for the Major League lead now. Blake hitting 138, no homers, 1 run batted in. The big news this week was his agent asked the Red Sox for trade of Blake Swihart so he can go play somewhere. Of course, he's out of options.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for the Red Sox. You know, you don't want to put yourself in that situation, but you don't just give them away. Try to work a deal out, but everybody knows you want to get rid of him. It's not an easy way to get rid of him.
Switch hitting catcher, and we're being told that J.D. left the ball game because of a stomach illness.
Huh.
So that's why he is not playing the rest of this one. He went 1 for 3 with the 2-run homer. (3-0). Castro last inning was kind of all over the place. He walked a couple of men. There's a ground ball toward the second baseman. Scopes a good one out there. 1 man gone. Time for a game break now, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. Tom, thank you very much. Bogart's next. A home run and a base hit tonight. Another good night for Xander. He's heating up again, hitting .316. Oakland A's kind of a
interesting team.
Interesting ball club.
They really are. I mean, they haven't got the pitching to go anywhere, but they got a lot of young talent. They could leave the ballpark. That Chris Davis, whew.
All or nothing with him.
Got that good young kid Chapman at third base.
Yep. Although, you know, he made a few errors in the series against the Red Sox, which was a shocker. Piscotty's a nice player. He made a terrific catch in right field yesterday.
Olson's got some pop.
He does. Now, we saw a couple of their best pitchers in the series here.
The kid with the stash beat the Red Sox twice, didn't he?
Daniel Mengden.
Yes.
And Minaya has beaten the Red Sox twice this year. He wasn't as good as his no-hitter, but he was still pretty good.
Right.
They got some pieces to maybe compete for a wild card. The 0-2. A wave and a miss, and down goes Xander Bogaerts, 2 away.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC and Steve will break down the key plays of the game, and you'll hear from David Price and Alex Cora. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason?
Rafael Devers is 0 for 2 tonight. Just made one of the better plays he'll make all season long at third. Terrific defensive play. Last night he played in his 100th game. In the last 50 years, the only 2 to do it before turning the age of 22 are Dwight Evans, Xander Bogaerts, and Devers. And a high fly to center field. Jones on the move to the warning track, all the way to the wall, leaps up, and he takes it away. A really fine play as he caught it. 4-time Gold Glover steals an extra base hit. Red Sox go 1-2-3. an Oriole lineup that was swinging it pretty good coming in. He has pinned this man Trumbo to the plate twice. 2 strikeouts. A loss here tonight for Baltimore would be their 13th consecutive road defeat. You think about where the Red Sox are right now with a record of 29-14, most wins actually in Major League Baseball, and how good the Red Sox have been on the road. Trumbo is not pleased. Red Sox are 17-8 on the road.
Price is starting to mess them up a little bit. A lot of hard stuff early. Second time around, you never know when he's going to throw that changeup.
0-2. Ground ball right at the feet of Devers. 1 man out. Time now for our refreshing finish, brought to you by Coors Light.
Price has been special tonight. 71 pitches coming into this inning. You see the punch outs pouring that fastball inside to right-handed hitters, mixing it up, cutters, changeups, high fastballs, total command. You see the changeup to a left-handed hitter. One of the best games of the year for Price up to this point.
He's set down 8 in a row. This is the one guy he just can't figure out right now. Valencia tags that one to right. That's deep. Betts racing back to the track. He's got it. I guess that's the way it's got to be with Valencia.
I'll tell you what, the way Mookie went after to get this ball, this ball is in his pocket. I mean, it's a beautiful thing watching him go in and get it. Halfway out there in the track, watch him go. That ball's hit pretty good too now. And he just goes back and just catches this thing like nothing. It's great to watch these two guys. You know when they've got a beat on it. You have to worry about it. As a pitcher, you never even take a deep breath. You know it's an out.
2 quick outs, only 75 pitches, now 76 for David Price. And he's in the 8th inning with 2 down. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 75% of his pitches have been in the strike zone. Roll foul.
Well, you know you have to swing. I mean, he is coming at you.
Drew Pomeranz going tomorrow night, and I realize they have different styles, different attack in their repertoire, but he's watching this. He could learn a lot tonight from the game plan of David Price.
Yeah, he had trouble with his curveball last time out. There could be reason for that. Remember the fingernail problem he had in New York.
Well, to Drew's credit, he didn't blame that the last time out at all. Ooh, could have been.
Yes.
Did not get it.
Boy, it looks good, huh?
2-2.
Froze him. I mean, he's done. He's a pair of shoes, but
well, you saw with that strike 2 pitch just how fine he's been on the corners. Velocity's been impressive. Here's the 2-2 to Rickert.
Cutter away.
And he got him. His 8th K, and he gets a 1-2-3 for the 3rd consecutive inning. Go to southwest.com and buy Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Boston Red Sox. On a beautiful night here in the city, the Red Sox are dominating the Orioles 6-0. Plenty of runs, 9 hits, 2 big home runs, and David Price has been absolutely brilliant, allowing only 3 hits. They haven't had a whiff of any kind of a rally tonight. Pedro Araujo will come out of the bullpen, a right-hander. This will be appearance number 15, high ERA near 7.
Well, they've had trouble in their bullpen. They've had trouble with everything. Don't want to put it on the bullpen, but this kid, he's sort of a mop-up guy for them. He pitches when games are out of hand.
Red Sox bullpen is a very quiet place. Brock Holt has gone 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out back to the pitcher. Sox have not had a complete game. They do have a couple of combined shutouts. Sandy Leon on deck, and then Jackie Bradley Jr. Red Sox with 2 runs right away in the first inning. They are 17-3 when they score first. And then 4 runs in the 5th inning, highlighted by a 3-run homer, second night in a row for Xander Bogaerts.
That to me was the blow. I mean, that just knocked them out. Literally knocked out Gausman.
Araujo with the 1-1. A win for the Sox. They pull even with the Yankees, back to a first place tie heading into the weekend. Yankees on the road at Kansas City. Sox will continue to play the Orioles here. The 2-1 and pop foul out of play. Think you know Boston sports? Well, prove it. Subscribe to NESN.com's daily email newsletter, The Lead. Stay ahead of the latest news, participate in weekly trivia, and more. Visit NESN.com/fan experience to learn more.
And you've got to take advantage of this Baltimore team. You just do.
Two.
I mean, it's kind of weird that it's the Orioles, because it's been quite a while since they haven't had a good club out there. But they are the lambs of this division. They just are. And it's just going to be a rough year for Buck Showalter.
I think they knew it.
Yeah.
They knew they didn't have the pitching. They knew some of their older stars were fading. Machado, of course, a young star who's probably on his way out. Adam Jones may be as well. Yank behind the bag, down to get it Davis. He'll flip to the pitcher for the out.
You know, we're going to see Cobb later on in this series, and they had to go out and get Cobb, because if they didn't, they'd have no pitching. Even though he hasn't had any luck this year, he's got knocked around.
Right. He'll be pitching tomorrow night. Our game summary brought to you by Xfinity, and how we got to 6-0. Gausman got knocked around over 4 2/3, 6 earned. JD Martinez with another home run. He now has 13. Xander Bogaerts blasting his second 3-run shot in as many nights. And Price is taking care of the rest. Sandy tonight 1 for 3 with a base hit. And Jackie Bradley on deck. Tonight, a makeup of the game that was scheduled for Patriots Day on April 16th. That game postponed in advance because of rain. Red Sox are in the midst of a stretch of playing 52 games in 55 days, including 13 in a row. But a lot of these coming games will be right here at Fenway. Here's the 2-0. Fouled away. Yep. Be good to be home 9 of the next 12 here at Fenway. Red Sox scoring almost 6.5 runs a game here to lead the majors.
That's a good sign.
And so far 6 tonight. Tag down the line, high and deep, but he fouled it. Long way into that corner by Sandy Leon.
Boy, sitting on fastball back-to-back pitches and got it. Just can't keep it fair. Well, he's all over that fastball. You go to sleep on Leon, he's got some pop.
I remember he blasted a big home run in a victory at Texas.
Off Hamill.
Cranks a base hit into right center field. Rickert to cut it off. Been a good offensive night for Sandy Leon. His second hit, 2 for 4. The Jordan's Furniture no-hitter ends this Sunday. You can buy all the furniture and mattresses you want now, and if the Red Sox pitch a no-no after July 17th, everything you bought will be free. But time is running out. You have to hurry in or shop online right now. Jackie Bradley has struck out, walked, stolen a base and scored, and popped up. 168 for Jackie. But both he and Mookie Betts stole Kevin Gausman blind.
Embarrassed him.
Routine fly ball to left, Mancini in. And Jackie is 0 for 3.
Like all of a sudden, Gausman was a statue on the mound, just frozen. Somebody told him, hey, he took off. That's when you're supposed to hurry up and step off and throw to second base, but he was 3/4 the way there. And that didn't happen just once. It happened 3 times.
Red Sox have stolen 5 bases tonight. 3 of those by this man. So another impressive night for Mookie Betts in a run of them. 3 for 3, a walk. He has scored twice, stolen 3. He's also made a fine running play in right. He's got Leon aboard with 2 down. Red Sox ahead 6-0. We are in the 8th inning. Off speed pitch down low. A pacing David Price, who's been outstanding.
He probably can't wait to get back out there. I know I would. Let's go. Somebody make an out. I got to get out there.
And a 1-1. Hard ground ball right to the shortstop Machado. That'll retire the side. So Price heading back out there and looking for a complete game shutout.
Sync Sox games with your desktop
David Price, and only 3 hits for the Orioles. 9th inning, Red Sox ahead 6-0. Susac and then Mancini and Jones in this inning.
What a great way to start it off. 81 pitches. This is something, I tell you. 74% strikes. I mean, this is like a machine.
Susac has whiffed and popped up to third. 0 for 2. Attendance tonight 36,615.
They're all waiting around for this shutout.
He set down 10 in a row and 12 out of 13. And the 1-1.
Boy, has this been a merry-go-round or what with David Price this year? Started off the season 2 great games against Tampa, no runs. And he gets knocked around a little bit in the Yankee game. Was cold. They buried him for 4 runs, whatever it was that 1 inning, and what happened, and he couldn't pitch against them, the Yankees. Like, oh my God, what's going on? Is he hurt? Everybody's like holding their breath, and then he comes out and throws this.
Just off the outside with a cutter. 2-2.
This guy is probably the most important player on this club. If he can be who he is. I mean,
hard to argue
a great
that.
David Price.
Sure. Hard to argue with that point. And he has been that. Here's the 2-2.
Changeup that he left. Stay focused. 6-0.
And again, he's not walked anybody. Mancini on deck. This is only his 2nd full count all night. 3-2 coming.
And that's hard to do because you watch baseball games. There's full counts just to stay in shape, isn't there? Everybody goes full.
Yeah, last night felt like there were about 40
everybody.
of them.
I mean, it's like annoying. The guys get ahead 0-2, and the next thing you know, it's 3-2.
Hard ground ball. That's fair down the line. That's going to keep on rolling up against the wall. Benintendi will scoop it up. He's trying for second. Here's the throw, the tag, and will not get him. So that'll be 2 bases for Susac, and that is their first extra base hit of the ball game.
Well, he didn't throw a fastball. Threw him a cutter. 3-2. Little spinner right there. Didn't have much depth to it, and he just cleaned it right out of there easily down the line for a double. Although he made it close at second base, not very fast.
So Daniel Levangie getting on the horn.
Yeah, you got to get somebody up.
And Mancini to batter. He's gone 0 for 3. Looks like Joe Kelly getting ready. Mancini has whiffed, grounded to the pitcher, and grounded to first. He'll pop this one up. And playable for Hanley, and Ramirez makes the catch and foul ground for the first out here in the 9th inning.
You see how he can get left-handed hitters out. You're thinking sliders, hard stuff. He throws him that changeup down, and you see Rickard. He throws him changeup. I guess the cutter, it almost floated in there, got him out front.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance. Adam Jones now 0 for 3. Twice he's hit the ball very hard. Hitting .254, 7 homers. He has an 11-game hitting streak on the line right here. And he popped him up. Devers with a play. Into foul ground. 2 down.
Boy, that was nicely done. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Thank you very much. See him put a capper on this great game.
And it has been a great performance. And the crowd realizing that. Most of them standing now.
You don't see this very often. You don't see complete games. You don't see complete game shutouts.
No, this is a thing of the past.
Right. So it's a big deal. It's like I was at that complete game shutout, right?
So Machado batting with a man at second. He's gone 0 for 3. 2 down in the ninth. Red Sox up 6-0. He has struck out, flied out, and grounded out to third. The 1-0 foul away.
He's just a guy that's in complete command of what he wants to do.
This will be pitch number 92.
He doesn't even need a curveball to get it done, really, because I don't think we've seen but one.
1-2. Machado going for the downs with that swing. And he's 1 strike away.
How's he going to get him out? A little trickster, a little trick job, down and away, change up, high hair, what?
Well, Red Sox got him plenty of runs tonight. They have 10 hits, 6 runs, 2 home runs. JD Martinez blasted another one. He's been amazing. Xander Bogaerts back-to-back nights with 3-run homers, and Price has been a huge story. There's a shot high and deep. He leaned on that, and it is gone. Machado with his 14th home run of the season. So there goes the shutout. Manny Machado with a blast.
Wrong guy up to try to get your last out. He was all over this. This was a cutter. Man, you make a mistake with him. This was a high cutter coming right back to him, and he gets the head on it. That's a barrel going through that.
Machado taking over the major league lead all to himself now in home runs with 14. And Kelly will warm up with a little more urgency now. 2 down for Scope, who's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. David Price's reaction on the homer.
Yeah, he knows that. It's like Chris Davis got him in Oakland. Same kind of things. High slider, cutter, whatever.
One 0 and popped him up. That should do it. Brock Holt going out, coming on Jackie Bradley. Jackie's there, and it's a complete game for David Price. A rarity in baseball today. The Red Sox knock off the Baltimore Orioles by a final score of 6-2 and take game 1 TC of this 4-game series.